In today's video, I'm sharing with you what's in my bag fall edition. Let's get right into it. Hello friends, welcome back to another installment of What is in My Bag. I have begun to turn this into a series and I've been having a lot of fun doing that because you have all shown up for every single one of the videos that I've done like this, and you've said that you loved it so much. I love that you love it so much, and I have noticed that my bag does actually change, or the contents of what's in my bag actually does change every single season. Sometimes it gets a little bit less than usual. Sometimes it gets really bulky, like I have to share with you today. But it does change seasonally. There are like some specific things for each season that I include in my bag. So I figured it was the perfect time to share with you what's in my bag right now, since we are now heading into, or we're already into, a brand new season, my favorite season, and that is possibly why my bag is so jam-packed right now. I don't think it has ever been this packed, and I could fit in some other things, but I decided to not really overstuff this and make it unrealistic, because at this given moment, it's a little borderline there. But with that being said, I think we can just jump into it because I have a lot to share with you, and I'm really excited to share some very interesting, unique things in this particular installment. There are some really brand new things, not just to you, but also to me. So I'm excited to jump into it. So let's begin with what's on the table right now, which is this. This is not going into my bag right now because there's nothing in it, one, and two, it's only going in my bag if I'm actually, getting up and going somewhere. But it is my little Yeti Rambler. I believe this is 8 ounces. It's the smallest one I believe they have, aside from like the espresso size. And what I love about this tumbler, essentially, is that it really is leak proof. I can toss this into my bag and not feel worried about things spilling. So I really love it. I also love that it's nice and compact. I do like a small, compact coffee. I do not drink like a very large cup of coffee every day, so this is the perfect size for me. I also love the color. The color is taupe, I believe, Taupe. And again, I just think it's the cutest little thing, and it's functional, and it makes sense to go inside my bag. So with that out of the way, let's get into the actual bag. And if you are curious as to what bag this is actually a repeat bag for me. I only really have 2 main bags that I go with, my work bag and this bag. And this bag is from Madewell. It is their essential bucket tote. I believe in their standard size. It's not the super large one, and it's not the mini one. So it's like the one right in the center, and the color is chocolate raisin. As you can see, it is full of stuff, and it can fit a lot of stuff if you really try. You don't have to, obviously, and you can really keep that nice slouchy design, which I typically go for, actually. I don't always use 100% of the things that are in my bag right now 100% of the time. So yeah, it does have like a nice slouchy feel. It is very high quality. It's 100% leather. It has lasted me through being this heavy and full, also lasted me through all of the seasons, has also lasted being thrown around in my car or to and from work or to and from whatever destination. It is extremely sturdy and worth the money. I also really love the handle because the handle has a buckle over here, and I like that it's a gold buckle, by the way. I think gold hardware is really nice, personally. But you can adjust this buckle, and you can make it really long, which allows me to kind of sling it over myself like this, or you can make it really short and have it be like a regular purse. So I love that that's adjustable. They call it an essential bucket tote, and it's essential for a reason. I think it's really versatile, really sturdy. It can be your companion for a really long time, and I hope that it will be a companion for me for a really long time because I love it so much. And it was kind of pricey, so I really would love to have my money go a long way, and it has been so far. By the way, I will try to link every single thing that is mentioned in today's video in the description box so that you can grab whatever it is that you need for yourself. So yeah, you can find all of the things there. If you don't find it in the description box, that means that it's either sold out or unavailable, or I couldn't find it. Like, some of the things are a little bit quirky and unique, so just a heads up on that. But let's actually jump into the things in here. I'm just gonna start right at the top and then go all the way deep down because it is just too much for me to kind of shuffle around in here. There is only one side pocket in here. I don't know if you can even see it. You probably can't. But there's just one tiny side pocket in here where I keep the usual suspects, my wallet and my ID, my passport. I don't have a driver's license, so I walk around with my passport. So there's that, and then I have my wallet. This is from Etsy. I know for sure that this is no longer available, but yeah, that's where I found it from. And it's perfect for like if you have a lot of cards but you don't carry cash. That is 100% me, and it has been doing me well so far. It's also leather, like there's leather pieces, but then there's also like a fabric piece here with a checker. It has just been all around a really solid wallet. Okay, moving along to like the actual bulk of stuff. I have this over here. This is a baggu like eyeglasses pouch, but I don't use it for eyeglasses. I found this at Anthropology, I'm pretty sure, and it has like this cute Hello Kitty design on it. It was honestly the only one that I could find, and I really needed one for this item, so I just went with it. But it is really cute, and inside I have a little camera here. This is the Camp Snap camera, so it's not a smart camera by any means. It's actually the opposite. I would call it like a slightly elevated disposable camera. So you can recharge this, you can like connect it to your computer to export photos, but it works like a disposable camera. So you point and shoot. You have like this little viewfinder right here or the lens thing here, and you just point and shoot. You don't know what you're getting when you're taking the pictures. It also has a flash. You can like toggle that on, off, auto. And then once you plug it into your computer, you can see the photos that you got. And then you can either print them, you can share them on social, whatever you want to do. And it has a nice vintage filter automatically applied to it. So this is really, really nice to bring around, particularly in the fall time, because I like to go on nature walks. I like to go hiking. I like to go camping. I like to just do a lot of things where like colors are all over the place, but also I like to have a nice nostalgic feel for the autumn time. And so I like to carry this around and take pictures of memories of things that we're doing. Birthdays and anniversaries all happen during fall time for us, so I just like to carry this around so that I have a little extra special bit of photos to keep for this time of year, in particular for this time of year compared to other times of the year. And I do highly recommend it. It's a really, really solid, good camera, and it's only $50. So I also recommend it for like gifts, because I have my eye on it to gift for some people. I have shared this before as well. It's another baggu product, but this is basically a baggu tote bag. In New Jersey, you can't get bags, like shopping bags, when you're out and about unless you pay for them, and some places don't even have them at all, so you always have to bring the tote bag with you. And I love that this one is really compact. It's like in a pouch right now, and then you can fold it open and then pull out the actual tote bag, which expands really, really large. You can fit a ton of stuff in this tote bag. I've had this for several years. I got it as like a Christmas gift, and it has come in good use for a really, really long time. No wear and tear at all, even though I've used this for groceries, for shopping at the mall, for all of the things. It has stood the test of time, so I cannot recommend baggu enough, obviously. The next thing in here is this pouch bag. This one is kind of boring. I have also talked about this in the past, but this is kind of like my emergency kit, if you will. Talked about it on the channel before, but I do have like really, really severe, deathly allergies, and they impact my lungs. So I have to carry around an emergency kit to, help me with that whenever I have an emergency, which does happen more often than I would like. So once again, my emergency kit. This pouch itself, I can't recall where I got it from, but I will link it if I can find it. It's really nice. It's like a corduroy kind of feel, and the smileys are really cute. As you can see, I'm kind of like on brand there. But inside, once again, I just have a bunch of medications like my nebulizer. I also have portable chargers in here, just in case my nebulizer runs out of battery, which has happened before. Sometimes my nebulizer just doesn't want to connect, and it will only connect if it's connected to like a power source. So the power bank has to go with me everywhere. It's also nice to have the power bank in here just in case my phone needs to charge up as well. So it's kind of like a dual use, but this is not particularly exciting, but it does have to go with me everywhere I go. I cannot leave the house. I can't even be in this house without having this at arm's reach. All right, moving on to another pouch that I have here. I did a dedicated video on this pouch, but this one is a lot of fun for me in particular. This is essentially my journaling ecosystem. This is where all of my journaling stuff is. For the most part, like I have other journaling and artsy supplies in my home office, but for the most part, these are the things that I carry around with me when I'm out and about. I won't go too in depth in here because there's a lot in here, and like I said, I've done a dedicated video on this, but basically I have like little journaling supplies in all of the many pockets that this thing has. In the back, I have some more pockets, and then in the zipper is where the bulk of things are. There's just a ton of things, like my journals, pens, pencils, all sorts of stuff. I will highlight a couple of brand new things that aren't included in that video because I just didn't have them at the time. In the back, I have some postcards. And this is a little shameless plug here, but I do keep them with me. These are from my shop, Sunday Paper House. So they kind of double as a print, but they're also a postcard in the back. And it's really nice to just have postcards on hand whenever I'm out and about, if I'm traveling, if I want to write a note, if I want to keep a note to myself, but like in a really extra special way. I have these with me, and I have them in the 3 designs that we have for the fall season. We have the pumpkin, the pine cone, which is my personal favorite, and then the mushrooms, which might be my second favorite. And they all have like their little personalized design on the back as well. So I have those in the back. Another addition that wasn't part of the initial video are these stickers. I kind of carry these stickers around with me because it is very fall specific. It's very spooky season. They're so cute. They're the peanuts, and you can see very nostalgic. I still don't know what to do with these stickers. I just kind of carry them around for a little bit of festive flair, but I'm not too sure what I want to do with the actual stickers, if I want to decorate something with it or what. So they've just been going around in this little plastic with me everywhere. And I think the final thing that I hadn't included in that initial video is this pencil that I gifted myself for my birthday recently. This is a mechanical pencil. I've been using the same mechanical pencil for like almost 10 years at this point, and I did not need to change it out. However, I did have a coupon for Top Drawer, which is a shop in Manhattan, or there's one in Manhattan, and they have really luxe, high quality stationery supplies. And so I figured I would use my points and get this, which it's essentially just a mechanical pencil, like I said, but it has a really thick, large like lead, which is so cool. And when I was testing it out in the store, it was really smooth and really easy to do quick sketches. So I just thought that it was super cool. I also love the design of it. I love how beautiful it is. And you can refill that lead as well. And yeah, I just think it is the coolest thing. So that is the final edition in this particular bag right here. Okay, moving on to the next thing. We have this item right here. This is brand new to you. This is brand new to me. I got this as a birthday gift from Ian. This is the Books Palma 2. So it's essentially like a dumb phone, but I have not been using it as a phone necessarily. I have been using this as a e-reader replacement. So I did sell my Kindle. I no longer am a Kindle girl. Ian still has his Kindle, but I am now using this as my sole e-reader thing. And it's a dumb phone, but it does run on Android, so I can download a bunch of different apps in here. And so I have the Kindle app in here, I have the Libby app in here, which is like a library app, I have Substack on here so that I can read articles. And so essentially it's like an e-ink kind of device that I can read articles on with zero distractions if I want. It's also really customizable. As you can see, I have peanuts on here as well for a little fall decor. I have a little charm here, and then I have a sticker in the back. I'm not sure if I want to put the peanut stickers in here as well. I don't know if I want to like actually peel them out because this sticker is just floating in there. It's not actually stuck onto anything. But anyway, yeah, this is my main e-reader, and I will do a dedicated video on this very soon, but I am obsessed with this thing. I love how compact it is. It can even fit in like my little journaling ecosystem bag here. So I might tuck it in there. But for now, it's kind of just floating around. It does have a case on it, so we're good on that front. The next thing is another pouch, and this is the last pouch that I have in my bag. This pouch is obviously from Glossier. It's their makeup bag, their large size, and it usually comes with like a little insert to divide things up and keep it organized, but I took it out just to make use of the most space as possible because there's a lot of stuff in here. I call this like my Toiletries bag. It has like all of the little essentials that you would need if you're out and about, and it's kind of like an emergency kit, but not for like medical reasons. So in the front we have a zipper here. I just have like some supplements and allergy pills and stuff like that in here. And I like to keep that in the front so that it's very easy to quickly grab. And then in the inside, I'll just go into everything that I have here. I have a hair claw. Got this on Etsy. Have some mints. I have a hand sanitizer. Touchline is like one of my favorites. I have a little mini travel size deodorant. I have a travel size perfume. This is the Glossier You Do, D-O-U-X, I believe. Then I have a Glossier balm.com. This one is unscented, and I use this as a balm for my tattoos to keep them moisturized, especially when they're in the healing process, which I have a bunch of new tattoos, so this has really been coming in handy. I have this little leather pouch that I have kind of like wipes in and such. It's really nice and compact to like take with you to the bathroom instead of taking this entire thing. I have a glasses cleaner. This one I love so much because I've mentioned this before, but it has a flap that opens up and then you can pull the glasses cleaner out of it. And because it has that option, it keeps the glasses cleaner very, very clean, dust-free, dirt-free from like running around in your bag. And so it cleans my glasses very, very well. I have some hand lotion. I have a Tide pen. I have a jewelry cleaner. It's called a Diamond Dazzle Stick. This is good for like cleaning up your jewelry, which I tend to forget to do, so it does come in handy. I have another balm.com. This one is scented and very lightly tinted, but it is the espresso flavor, my favorite one. I try to like preserve as much as possible of this one because, again, it's my favorite. It smells so good. I'm obsessed with it. And that one, obviously, I use on my lips compared to the unscented one. I have this little, oh no, oh my gosh. So this is a thrifted compact that I thrifted, obviously for like 20 bucks, but it's like from a long, long time ago. I can't recall the decade. It's called Mother of Pearl. That's like that design on the front. And it did not come with a mirror on the inside, or it had a cracked mirror on the inside. So I ended up purchasing like a really cheap mirror and I glued it down. But as you just clearly saw, it detached itself. It broke. So I need to fix that. I didn't even know that that happened. But this is essentially just like a little mirror compact that I keep in my bag. And if you flip open the bottom, I put oil blotting sheets in there. That was a suggestion given to me by a bunch of people on TikTok. So that was so good. Thank you so much for those suggestions. But yeah, oil blotting sheets down here, a mirror up here, and I will need to get that fixed as soon as possible. And then I just have a face mask in here. Okay, and I think there's just one last thing in here, and this is definitely not something that I carry around with me all the time, but I do carry it around with me quite often these days. I'll talk more about this in a dedicated video, but this is a free write traveler. What is a free write traveler? This is essentially like a keyboard that you can write and have zero distractions. So as you can see, it has a little e-ink screen right here, very similar to the book's Palma, because they're both e-ink. And then we have a keyboard down here. So I can do essentially distraction-free writing on this device, and it shows up over here. Like the screen obviously turns into like a screen that I can type on, and then it has like a bunch of different smart features for me to send it to a cloud or send it to my email and stuff like that. This is essentially for distraction-free writing. I got this as an anniversary gift from Ian, and it is so special to me. It is so cool, and I've actually talked about this before in a video a few months ago where I was kind of like looking around at dumb tech or like analog tech, and it really appealed to me at the time. I looked up a bunch of reviews for it and I felt like it would be fantastic to have for distraction-free writing, and so I have it now. It is very light and compact. As you can see, it fit in my bag. And so I take this with me if like I'm going to work and I have some extra time in between my lunch breaks, or if I get to work early, I do a little bit of writing, or I take this to a coffee shop. Any of those things, it's really, really nice and compact, and it is so, so cool. Definitely something that I need to do a dedicated video on because it has so much to talk through. So if you are interested in that, let me know in the comment section. But I will be doing dedicated videos on these two things in particular very soon. The Free Write Traveler and the Books Palma 2. But that is all that is in my bag. My bag is now officially completely empty. And as you can see, it's very, very cute. But thank you so much for hanging out with me today and going through all of the things that are in my bag. It's a lot of stuff. I totally know that, but you can see there are a couple of things that are really fall specific in this little haul, if you will, and they are just really nice to have. They're not 100% essential. I don't think all of these things are 100% essential, but they're really nice to have, and they do supplement my lifestyle in different ways. For example, me being a reader and having something like this, or me being a writer and having something like this. Of course, those are like the fancier end of things that I talked about, but it's also nice just to have like some journaling supplies with me that are nice and handy and stuff like that. So hopefully this video was entertaining and maybe inspirational to have you curate your bag, perhaps by season if you want to do it seasonally, or just generally speaking based off of your interest. But if you have any questions about anything that I talked about in today's video, definitely let me know in the comments. Thank you so, so much for hanging out with me once again, and I will talk to you in the next video.